Hello everybody, welcome back to another meal prep video. Today we are doing a bento box meal prep for the first time, which is very exciting, and please bear with my voice. I am a little bit sick, so I hope you can stand it throughout the video. Today we're going to be making these lentil tofu patties, which are delicious and healthy, as well as this spinach dish, which is a Korean side dish, and it is one of my all-time favorite dishes. So I hope you guys are excited. Let's get started. Alright, first thing we're going to do is cook up the lentils for the lentil patties, and I'm using 2 cups of dry green lentils. Now you can use brown lentils if you wish, and what you want to do is add 4 cups of water. So you want to add double the amount of water per the lentils, and then you are going to put that on a stove, bring that to a boil, and once it comes to a boil, you're going to turn it down into a simmer and let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes until the lentils are cooked and the water has dissolved. And then we're just gonna peel and chop 1 medium onion or 2 small onions. Now I'm just chopping it very roughly because I'm just gonna throw everything into a food processor, and now I am peeling some garlic. Sorry, I'm like delusional because I'm sick. I'm peeling about 4 cloves of garlic, and again, I'm throwing everything into the food processor. You can dice the onion and mince the garlic if you prefer, but I am too lazy, so I threw everything into the food processor. Right, now we're gonna take out a package of, I believe this is medium firm tofu, but you can use firm or extra firm, whatever. And I'm just gonna squeeze some of the water out and just kind of crumble the tofu. Now you can put the tofu aside, let the water drain a little bit, and then we can just take the onion and garlic mixture and cook it for, I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes on the frying pan until the onion and garlic have kind of browned a little bit and softened. And now the lentils should be finished, and they should look something like this. It should be cooked, so give it a taste. Make sure it's nice and soft and it's not hard still, and the water should be dissolved. And we're going to take half of that lentil mixture and we're going to put it into a food processor. Once again, you can mash it if you prefer, but that takes too long for my liking. And I only took half because I wanted to keep the chunks of the other half of the lentils, so that's what I did. Alright, now for the fun part, we're going to add everything into a big bowl and mix everything together. So we're adding the garlic and onion mixture, we're going to add the non-pulverized lentils, and then we're also going to add the pulverized lentils, which look very appetizing. And then we're also going to add some tofu! Remember that tofu that we squeezed? Yeah, we're going to add that. And then we're also adding some oat flour. So I started by adding 1 cup, and I think I added another half a cup. And all of the measurements, by the way, will be in the description box down below. And we're adding 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. You can feel free to add whatever seasonings, spices, whatever you want to in this, by the way. So be creative, you know? We're gonna mix it together very well. And I also decided to add 4 tablespoons of ketchup. Now I'm adding ketchup because I feel like it reminds me of these little mini like beef patties, I believe, that my mom used to make when I was young, or like these little meat patties, and they were always served with ketchup, and I always really liked them. So that's what I'm trying to replicate here. Now here I'm adding half a cup of breadcrumbs. This is totally optional, I just had it around. You can add more oat flour if you feel that you need to, but yeah, feel free to be creative and do whatever you want. And now on a baking sheet, I added some parchment paper so that the patties won't stick, and I'm just going to make little mini patties. Now you can make big patties if you want to make them into burgers, totally optional, but I wanted to make them into the mini patties like the ones that my mom used to make, so that's what I'm doing here. Now this recipe ended up making a ton of these mini patties. I ended up filling up an entire like 2 baking sheets and some. So yeah, it's gonna make a lot. So you can feel free to half the recipe, or you can always freeze extra, which is what I always do. and what I always recommend. So you always have something in the freezer for you to take out and eat whenever you don't really have time to cook. So that's totally up to you, but that's what I prefer doing. I like to make things in bulk and freeze them for later. And now, in a preheated oven of 350 degrees Fahrenheit, we are going to bake these patties. Now, I like to bake them for about 20 minutes on the first side, flip them, and then bake them for another maybe 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how I feel. Now, I'm gonna fry up some of the leftover ones, so you can always fry them if you prefer not to bake them. They do taste a tiny bit better when they're fried. I just feel like that little bit of oil that apparently is really bad for us is delicious. So, and they also look prettier when you fry them up like this. They just have that like kind of golden brown color, which is beautiful. Maybe not golden, like that color. Like that looks like meat or something. Like that's kind of weird. Alright, now we're going to show you how to make this delicious and very easy Korean side dish, the spinach side dish. Now, in a boiling pot of water, you are going to stick in your spinach. Now, normally you use regular spinach for this, not baby spinach, but all I had was baby spinach and it worked just fine. So what we're going to do is stick it into boiling water and you're going to blanch it basically. So for about 30 seconds to a minute, you want to keep it in that boiling water, not much longer. So you basically just want to let it just very slightly cook and become a little bit greener. And then once that happens, you're just going to take it immediately out and you're going to rinse it in cold water. So that's what you want to do. So immediately you want to rinse it in cold water and then you are going to squeeze that water out. Alright, once you have squeezed the water out, we are going to add some minced garlic. I'm adding 1 to 2 cloves of minced garlic, and then we are going to eyeball everything. We're going to add a little bit of soy sauce and a little bit of sesame oil, and then we are going to take our hands and get a little dirty here. Okay, we're going to mix it together very well with our hands. Yeah. And then we're going to add a little bit of toasted sesame seeds. As you can see, I am literally eyeballing everything. You can give it a taste and see how it tastes. Add a little more of something if you want. And that's pretty much it for this side dish. You can literally just keep it in the fridge and just eat it whenever you wish with some rice or whatever you want to eat it with. You can eat it cold. That's usually how I prefer to eat it, but you can always heat it up if you want to. Whatever, it's totally up to you, but I really do hope you try this because it's so easy and so delicious. And this is what the patties ended up looking like once I've baked them. As you can see, they're not as pretty as the fried ones, but that's okay. Now we are going to do the fun part and we're going to assemble the bento boxes. Yay! So I'm making 5 for the 5 days of the week. I'm going to freeze 2 of them and leave 3 in the fridge. So I'm just putting brown rice into one of the small compartments. I've already cooked it. If you don't know how to cook brown rice, Google is your best friend. And now I'm just adding the spinach side dish into just 3 of the bento boxes. Now the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want to freeze the spinach. I don't know why, I just feel like it wouldn't work out. I don't know, I've never tried freezing this, so I would rather not take the chance. So I'm just gonna leave it in the 3 that I'm just going to leave in the refrigerator. And then I'm just gonna add some Brussels sprouts. These are just frozen ones that I've already prepared. So I'm just gonna add that into the bento boxes as well. You can add whatever veggies you want, obviously. I love Brussels sprouts. And then I'm just going to add the little patties into the big compartment. Yay! And I decided to add some more frozen veg. This is just mixed frozen vegetables because I just had some more on hand and you might as well have more vegetables. And I do like to eat these patties with some ketchup because it really does remind me of those little meat patties my mom used to make me, but you can of course have it with whatever sauce, such as barbecue sauce as shown here. And normally I prefer to heat it up first and then add the sauce after, but just to show you guys that you can just add the sauce before, like whatever, it doesn't really matter. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this meal prep. I know that these lentil patties aren't the most aesthetically pleasing, but you know, that's kind of my thing, you know, ugly food, but you know, it kind of tastes pretty good. So yeah, but it does look kind of okay in these bento boxes, I think. What do you guys think of this bento box meal prep? Do you guys want more of these? Because I think it looks pretty cute. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. Definitely give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Of course, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button if you want to be notified of more videos in the future. And of course, happy meal prepping. What else can I say? Good luck, and see you guys in my next video. Bye!